So there is a question asked by one of the subscribers. So they are saying in their horoscope Venus is at 28 degrees and Sun is at 27 degrees. So the Venus is combust and both the planets are in Revati nakshatra, and it is a male chart. That's where Venus has got a lot of importance, because Venus represents wife in traditional Vedic astrology. So by this particular conjunction, the close conjunction of Venus and Sun, what can be said about marriage life? See, in traditional Vedic astrology, when Venus is closely conjunct Sun, Venus is considered combust. We say asta. So, in our scenario, in the scenario mentioned here, Venus is at 28 degrees and Sun is at 27 degrees. So, the conjunction is very, very tight here. So, this combustion is considered as a very strong combustion. And by this single placement, even though it is very intense, you cannot say this particular personality would get a divorce or the marriage is going to be collapsed completely. You cannot say that. But yes, it is a challenging position, and the marriage interpretation depends on many things. It is depending upon the sign placement, the house placement, the dignity of Venus, aspects from benefics or malefics, and how is this Venus in the Navamsha chart, and where is the seventh lord, and how is the seventh house. Even strength of Moon and Jupiter also considered, right? If you want to see better chances of saving the marriage. And exact combustion rules should also be studied. And of course, here it is a very tight conjunction. So, combustion alone does not automatically mean a bad marriage or a kind of unsuccessful marriage. But yes, this is a very challenging position for marriage because Venus is almost combust. And what it represents here, Venus combust in Revati nakshatra. So Revati nakshatra is ruled by Mercury and is associated with some sensitivity, compassion. It's related to traveling, spirituality, imagination, and gentleness as well. So a combust Venus here in a male chart can indicate wife may be very sensitive, emotional, artistic, or wife is spiritual, wife is caring, or somewhat dreamy in nature. She may sacrifice a lot emotionally. The native may idealize relationships or expect some perfection in love, the male native. So he expects some kind of perfection in love because of this placement. Sometimes the native face a kind of difficulty in expressing affection naturally, even though he has deep feelings inside. He has a problem expressing that affection naturally. So marriage may involve some kind of, you can say, some periods of emotional distance or some periods of misunderstanding, or you can say ego clashes are present in the marriage because Sun is a bit hot, dry, and Sun can dry the Venusian softness. Here Venus is very, very soft, that is the love, but Sun is drying this Venus softness. But in the initial days of marriage, of course, the attraction can be very, very intense. But sustaining that emotional harmony requires lot of maturity. I would say if there is no enough maturity in the whole horoscope, then yes, there are problems with this particular placement. So this conjunction is in Revati nakshatra, so the harshness of combustion is a bit softened still because it is in Revati nakshatra. Revati is also a soft nakshatra, and here Venus is soft. Only the problem is Sun is combusting this whole area. So if it is Sun Venus alone, then you can say yes, Venus softness is of course dried up by the Sun's heart, Sun's heat. But here Revati is adding some more softness, so you can expect something better, even though this is a very, very challenging position for marriage. So the harshness of this combustion is a bit softened by this Revati energy. And if, especially I would say, if Mercury is somewhere very strong in the horoscope, yes, this marriage can be saved. And if Venus has very good dignity in the Navamsha, yes, the marriage can be saved. So it is a challenging position. A challenge can be, it's something like ego versus emotional needs. The conflict is between ego versus emotional needs. Or one partner may feel underappreciated. The partner may feel that I'm doing a lot, but I am not getting enough appreciation in my relationship, even though I am doing well. Or if somewhere in the male chart the 7th lord is also not supporting, then you can expect delays in marriage or delays in your emotional fulfillment. A kind of periodic loneliness, even though you are married, a kind of periodic loneliness can be observed in your marriage life. And over sacrifice or imbalance in affection, imbalance in showing affection can be observed because of this particular placement. But on the positive side, you can also see a spiritual or refined spouse for you, or a loyal and devoted partner for you. And you can also say that couple may travel or live away from birthplace. And in the initial days, a strong romantic attraction can be observed. Even though in the later part of this marriage, you can see some emotional distance, but initial days, some strong romantic attraction can be observed. And one of the partners, especially the female native here, she is spiritual or a kind of refined spouse, you can say. These are the possibilities. But yes, this is a challenging position and it needs very good remedies. So generally, astrologers, after seeing this particular placement, Venus combust by Sun, actually increase some kind of passion and attraction, because Sun has that kingly qualities as well, and Venus is that romantic energy here. But still, this Venus is combust here, so it is a challenging position. And as Venus is in Revati, it's in the whole area as in Pisces, so Venus is exalted, or it's very good, comfortable, because Venus exalts in the sign of Pisces, whatever may be the degree, but Venus as a whole is comfortable in the sign of Pisces. So this combustion damage also can be reduced. So I'm seeing there are some supporting factors. It is not just Venus and Sun conjunction in some area, but it is in the area of Revati where some softness is added, and also it is in the area of Pisces where Venus is exalted. So if Venus has very good dignity in the Navamsha, yes, you can say this marriage can go very well. And if Mercury's dignity is also good, yes, Mercury's dignity is adding up to Revati's energy, the harshness of Sun can be reduced. a lot. So I can say this is the whole thing. So to further think about this particular conjunction, you have to check the seventh house, seventh lord. How is the seventh house lord in the Navamsha, and how is Venus in the Navamsha, and how is Jupiter is supporting the native, and how is moon is supporting the native, because moon represents the emotional stability. So Venus overall dignity should be checked not only in the D1 chart, should be checked in the D9 chart. D1 is Rashi Chakra, the regular chart, but D9 is your Navamsha chart. So Venus dignity should be checked in the Navamsha as well. So you cannot just say by the single placement that the marriage life of this native is completely going to be disrupted. You cannot say that, right? So that is my take on this particular placement. And see, Revati is the final nakshatra of the zodiac. It's ruled by Mercury, and the ruler, the deity of this particular nakshatra is Pushan. He is the protector of travelers. He is the protector of flocks, we say in Vedic astrology. It's a deeply spiritual nakshatra. It's an imaginative and compassionate nakshatra as a whole. And Venus here is of course, it is at the highest vibrational strength. We say Venus is exalted. Venus is very much comfortable in the whole area of Pisces. Of course, degree also matters. The degrees matter, but here in Revati, yes, it is good. So I can also see a highly compassionate and empathetic energy here, because your wife, because Venus is your wife, it is a male chart, so she is likely to be deeply caring. She can be very artistic and spiritually inclined. She might have a strong urge to help the underprivileged, or to help the animals. So the combustion effect, because Sun is right next to Venus. It's something like the your wife's talents, the true talents and identity might initially be overshadowed by you, the husband, or your spouse family sometimes, but she may struggle with self-worth early in life. But she is creative. She has some creative ideas. That is also I can see here. And this is the whole energy I can say. And remedies should be followed, definitely. The remedies are related to Sun. You have to chant, or you have to recite Aditya Hrudayam, that is entirely related to Sun, and never ever wear Sun related stone, because that is going to amplify your Sun's energy. Obviously here we need to reduce the harshness of Sun. The only way to make the marriage life better in this case is chanting some Sun mantra every day 108 times, and also Aditya Hrudayam, reciting Aditya Hrudayam. So these are the best remedies, I would say, for this particular placement. Thanks for watching this video.